Yo, what is going on? It is Thursday, January 15th, 2:18 p.m. Currently at the place of employment. Today was a very, very bad day as far as price action goes. I personally feel extremely choppy, extremely choppy, and I ended up getting no entries as far as that. There was a couple entries, and there was one later in the session I tried to get, but that setup never formed. There was like a weird entry. I just didn't like it, so let's actually get into it so that I'm not just chatting about it. But yeah, I'm working on the MacBook today because I have my PC arriving when I get back to the crib, hopefully soon. So it's scheduled to be delivered today. So yeah, I wanted to get this video out the way so I can set all that up. And yeah, I'm sorry for yapping. But yeah, let's get into today. So coming into the day, I did have I was actually decently bullish. I mean, there's not much more to say than this. Like there's not much more to say than literally that. Where is ES? Like, look at all of the pressure. Look at the 4 hour. Oh, shit, my bad. My bad. I'm not used to doing it on the Mac. But yeah, the 4 hour had just inversed to the upside. We even inversed this 4 hour to the upside. We had the hourly clearly trending bullish. We were purely respecting bullish for value gaps, inversing and disrespecting bearish PD arrays. And the 15-minute, I mean, again, we're just freaking pumping, dude. Granted, our our sell side draws were a lot better. We had London low, we had Asia low, because our only true buy side liquidity draw would have been this Asia high, which is also previous day high, which got freaking blown through right at open. So yeah, that's the only reason why I was kind of iffy about longs. But as you can see, before open we even take that, then we just start dumping down, start shooting down, and then we come back up, and then we dump down. Within here there was a 2 minute right in here, which I believe this 2 minute, was there an SMT? Yes, there was an SMT right here, right? Is this a 2 minute? Where's the 2 minute? Oh, I'm too far. 2 minute had an SMT. Yeah, right here. All of this was SMT'd. So this 2 minute gap, I would have just taken it to this buy side, and it would have top ticked this buy side. Bang, and then set the stop right here. Why didn't I take this 2 minute? As you can see, the gaps right here. If you take a look, we had just inversed this 5 minute to the downside at open. This hadn't been inversed back to the upside, or had it? 9:40. What time was entry? Let's make sure. Let's see if I'm asleep at the wheel. 9:42. Oh, wait, was that even technically inversed back to the upside? No, not yet, because you would have had to be up here. Yeah, no, this technically is not. Yeah, the 5 minute hadn't been inversed. That's what it was. Yeah, the 5 minute hadn't been inversed. We were tagging into this 5 minute before we even closed this 2 minute, which if we closed this 2 minute under the 5, it'd be a quick break even point. Or if this 2 minute had been lower, obviously, you know, I'm going to be willing to take this, but we had already taken it. Look at the rejection off of the 5. Look at that. Like, this is a really weird, like, fucking, I forgot the name, doji candle. So yeah, I don't even like that personally. We had the 2 minute then inverse and top tick to the exact point, and then sell off for the rest of the session. Again, bro, just inversing that 5 minute to the downside, then respecting the 5 minute fair value gap that we just presented after making an IFVG. I'm good off that, bro. Like, I'm good. I'm okay. And it's not even a prime buy side target. This is just internal resting liquidity. Maybe I'll be okay taking it if we had equal highs put in place. And then look at the chop. Barcode PA. This inverse down here, where is it at? There was nothing here. Like, this is genuinely just a big old sell-off. Even if you would have taken that 1 minute, it still wouldn't have been anything insane. Actually, this 1 minute wasn't terrible. Yeah, this 1 minute wasn't terrible. It just, yeah, after all this chop is why you wouldn't even want to take it. But this 1 minute in general isn't terrible if we don't have all of this. 40 minutes of pure barcode. Purely barcode. I am really struggling to, like, find little points on here. But yeah, as you can see, we just pure barcode after that. And we had inverse back to the upside here, but we're rejecting off of nothing. We have no SMT at the low. There's no true freaking good buy side. It's like, bro, what will we even be taking? We're just taking an inverse to take an inverse, which is why so many people are saying that inverses don't work. Yeah, bro, because you're taking every inverse in the book. It's clearly not going to work. But yeah, after that, you can see this 40 minutes of straight chop. We then get a nice accumulation. You know, maybe if this was not 40 minutes of accumulation, we can get a nice little AMD setup here where we see ES then sweep all of this low resistance up here. And NQ stays below and we get an immediate inverse down into this 4-hour bearish gap. But again, with this trade in general, highest time frame was this 2-minute, or was there a 3-minute? Let's see. Highest time frame would have been this 3-minute gap, but look at where this 3-minute gap closes. I'll stop with hand caps lock. About 40 points away. 40 points it closes under, so you wouldn't have even gotten an entry unless you want to take an eval play version and you want to take this 1 minute up here, the first 1 minute after accumulation, right? No, that's not what I do. Even if you waited on this 1 minute, okay, cool, you would have gotten a decent entry, but it still took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles, 6, 7 candles, and then break even right here. It wouldn't have been terrible as far as eval goes. I just hated the accumulation. If I'm going to see all of this accumulation, I'm going to want to see some structure such as this, and then immediately after see equal highs or equal lows put in to then target. I would have still wanted to see equal lows because I was bearish on the day. However, we didn't get that. Then we tag into this 4-hour, and I really wanted to see these triple equal highs get left. There was triple equal highs with this candle. Where was it? There was equal highs. There were definitely triple equal highs. I'm not tripping. Look, I'm not tripping. I know I'm not tripping. I'm 44. It was like 10 something. Wow, we're gonna do me like that. We're gonna take away these equal highs. 1054. Wow, we're gonna do me like that and erase the equal highs that we had. Bro, I swear to you, these were equal highs. I had it marked. You can see I have it marked out and everything. I don't know what the hell is going on, but these were triple equal highs. I promise that. And I wanted to see this leave in. This was equal. These were all equal. I don't know what the fuck is happening. But what I wanted to see was this candle leave that equal high, and then you see how low it was. I'm thinking, okay, cool. We're about to resweep, create the 1 minute, inverse the 1 minute, break even at the equal highs, TP at this internal 5 minutes. Because we had a 5 minute right here, TP at this 5 minute, but no, we just pump up and run the 5 minute, so and then end up pumping all the way through. So yeah, just as far as AM session goes, man, when you see again 40 minutes of accumulation, you're not going to want to take the first inverse off of that accumulation. That's not it. And then personally, this 2 minute wasn't terrible. No, granted it was not. I just personally didn't like the inversing of the 5 minute to the downside because it showed us condition wise that we wanted to trend a little more bearish, and it makes sense being as though the draw on liquidity was so much stronger down here than it was up here, since this had just gotten swept and then we immediately react off of it, looking as though it was just a Judas essentially. As you can see, it was just a 930 Judas pretty much, getting inverse back to the upside. Still took 1, 2, 3 candles isn't bad, not at all. But again, overall high time frame, we did continue bearish again. So yeah, other than just today, nothing. I mean, you can't really get much when freaking half of the session is just pure accumulation. Even after this 4-hour respect, we accumulated again. A lot of accumulation today. Yeah, we're just accumulating, then dumping and pumping. Yeah, not the best day as far as movement goes. So nothing for me today. We have tomorrow. What do we have? Oh, we have no news tomorrow, but it still is a Friday. So I'm going to be looking to take an entry on just pretty much anything there. Nothing on the alpha. So yeah, everything stays the same. Just going to be looking to get a nice little entry. Something like this, bro. This would have been really nice if we would have left this 1 minute gap and had reswept that low. But unfortunately, it did not play out. Then this 2 minute again, just had already respected the 5, had just inversed it to the downside, and it just wasn't looking peak to me. It wasn't looking nice. Other than that, no other clear nice setups. And if you even seen a setup in here, please let me know in the comments. Because again, after 40 minutes, I'm not gonna want to take the first inverse. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, you're just gonna keep it to that today. Damn, I yapped for 9 minutes. Not much more to say, man. Just trying to take it day by day, trying to do my best to improve my current situation. Have a lot going on. Oh, Mr. Clark's here. So, yeah, peace, love, positivity. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Tomorrow we will be operating on the new setup.